Hello, Eurovision fans. Almost every universally recognized country in Europe has participated in the Eurovision Song Contest. That is except Liechtenstein and the Vatican. Kosovo is a whole other video. While it is quite obvious why the Vatican might not be interested to participate in the competition given the nature of some of the performances, and its unfavorable demographics, why has Liechtenstein never made it to the Eurovision stage? I will answer this question and dive deep into the history of Liechtenstein's attempts to participate in the greatest show on earth. Liechtenstein is a principality lodged between Austria and Switzerland and is thus one of the few double landlocked countries in the world. By the way, all of the pictures you are seeing are my own because I visited Liechtenstein in 2021 and I quite liked it, even though the weather could have been a bit better. It has German as its official language and roughly 39,000 inhabitants. So is Liechtenstein simply too small to participate in Eurovision? Well, it has roughly as many inhabitants as Monaco, which participated from 1959 to 1979 and also from 2004 to 2006, and even won in 1971. It also has as many inhabitants as San Marino, which debuted in 2008 and has regularly sent entries since 2011. Liechtenstein is also very clearly situated in the European Broadcasting Area, which is a prerequisite to join the EBU, the European Broadcasting Union, and to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, in the mid-1970s, there were actually concrete plans for Liechtenstein to join the Eurovision family. Until recently, one fun fact a lot of Eurovision fanatics knew was that Liechtenstein had chosen the song My Little Cowboy for the contest in 1976. However, intense research by the official German Eurovision website Eurovision.de has unearthed even more intriguing facts. I am linking to the article in the description below. They also have an accompanying podcast, so if you understand German, check it out. It's really, really interesting, and I'm really impressed by all the research they did and all the people they contacted to find out what I'm going to tell you right now. So let's dive in. Around 1973, a music label official and a businessman contacted the Liechtenstein government to realize their ambitious vision of the Principality joining Eurovision. They asked the cultural authority of Liechtenstein to apply to join the EBU, and they argued that with countries from Israel to Malta participating, Liechtenstein surely had a place at the table as well. Soon, rumors were circulating that singer, entertainer, and former cook Vico Torriani was going to sing the Liechtenstein entry and participate in Eurovision 1974. If you remember, that's the year of the 4 young Swedes. The Liechtenstein government was not amused as they thought a former cook might not be the right representative for their country, to put it mildly, and so the plans were put on hold. Then in 1975, however, audition calls were published in 2 newspapers in Liechtenstein searching for a participant for the 1976 contest. A 3-man jury selected My Little Cowboy by Biggi Bachmann as the entry out of a total of 2 submissions. The other one was called Tu étais mon clown, You Were My Clown, a very fitting title for Eurovision. A recording of My Little Cowboy has unfortunately not survived, apparently. The jurors had doubts about both entries, but finally decided to send the more accessible My Little Cowboy. In what today seems a bit amateur, the Liechtenstein government tried to submit the entry to the 1976 Eurovision Song Contest, and the EBU replied with the rules of the competition. And this is where I am actually replying to the question of the video, because it is not single countries, but national broadcasters that join the EBU. It is called the European Broadcasting Union after all. While Liechtenstein doesn't lack much, it did lack a national broadcaster in the 1970s, and thus Biggi Bachmann's and Liechtenstein's Eurovision dreams were shattered.
Game over.
Bachmann still tried to go to Eurovision and participated in the Swiss national final in 1979, but only came sixth with her song Musik, Musik.
Musik, Musik ist wie ein sanfter Hügelzug. Musik, Musik.
Again, if you want to know more about this, go to Eurovision.de. So the problem was that Liechtenstein didn't have a national TV station, and Eurovision fans had to wait for a very long time for that to change. However, in 2008, Liechtenstein finally got its first TV station, 1FL TV. After that, there were several attempts for Liechtenstein to debut at Eurovision, and 1FL TV was regularly bombarded with emails by Eurovision fan sites trying to get an exclusive on the preparations. Participation never materialized because of budgetary constraints. Paying the EBU membership fee and the participation fee for the Eurovision Song Contest is not an easy feat for a small channel like 1FL TV, and they also didn't receive any funds from the government for it. In 2011, when Eurovision was going to be held in Germany, efforts intensified and sponsors were supposed to pay for a big national final in the form of a casting show and the participation itself. However, in December 2010, 1FL TV's application to join the EBU was unfortunately rejected. No particular reason was given for this decision. In 2019, Liechtenstein celebrated its 300th anniversary and wanted to mark this special occasion by participating in Eurovision. However, the sudden and very unfortunate death of the director of 1FL TV, Peter Kölbel, who had been a main advocate of the idea, put an end to these plans once again. In 2022, the new director of the channel said that they would be focusing on local reporting and not pursue membership in the EBU anymore. So whether we will see Liechtenstein at the contest is very, very uncertain at this point. If you want more videos like this one about the background of Eurovision, I have videos on Eurovision history, song battles, lyric interpretations, lots of things to discover. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you do so, I hope you see my next video. Bye bye.